Hi, we're at Euro Cine Expo 2023 at Motor World in Munich. The sun has finally come out, and I'm here with Gerhard from Band Pro. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you here.
A great stand up on the gallery actually here in the Kessel House, aren't we? So talk me through some of the bits you've got going on here.
Okay, so hello to everybody here from Euro Cine Expo. Yeah, as you mentioned, sun's coming out. There's not only the light that we have here, light star all around here. So product we're gonna sell, and we are here at the gallery with Band Pro, and we have quite an open space here, and we're gonna start here with the Ingenue primes that we want to promote and show you. And these are fantastic primes, like a French wine, you know. So this is really the taste of these lenses is so beautiful. And the nice thing is, they have creativity built in that you can easily change. And if you follow me now, I'm going to show you how this works. It's an integrated optical system that you can. Just let me see here. So. The colleague here from Ingenue is opening a lens, and we're gonna change the iris, the way the flare works. It's an integrated optical palette system, and it's very easy to change that by a card like this. You can do it in the rental house. You can do it actually on set. Yeah, so it's really easy to create the flare, the character of the lens like you want. So this is what we're doing here. So. And thank you for this. thank you. So, and the next section we have is basically on the gallery. We have a balcony, where we have a range of lenses, especially the Fujinon 25-1000, which is it's looking like a box type lens. It is a box type lens, but it's a box type lens that goes into the cinematographic world. So the touch of this lens is more cinematographic than you would expect it to be. So we are here now with the Fuji 25-1000, and this is an amazing new style of box type lenses because it has this cinematic approach of what you're looking for when you do like cinematography. Right. So what is this lens for? It's turning the sports event you have or the live events into a cinematic event. This is the character of this lens. Yeah. By 25-1000, it's an incredible range that this lens offers you, which normally you know from broadcast applications. Now, this is the move into cinematic style of these images with this lens. So it's really fantastic, and I hope that more people will find out what you can do with it. It's really a fantastic tool.
So what's new on this then? What makes this so different to the existing box lenses?
It's the character. It's just the character of the lens that you create with this lens. It's really the colleagues and friends of Fujifilm. They looked into what is cinematic, like with the Premistas. Yep. They look into what is the broadcast style of having a range. Can we combine this into one? And this is the result. Right. So, okay, what we see here is another new tool that creates a new language of cinematography, I would say. So what you can do with it, it's called Freelancing system. What does it do? It's a pan and tilt system, that allows you, together with your lens that you choose, to pan and tilt in nearly any direction. So it allows you to go in any direction you want. So what does it do? It creates areas of sharpness and unsharpness like you want, not in a certain determined way, but in a free way. So it's really free in any direction. This is a new way of telling stories. This is what you can do with that system.
It's incredible.
It is. It's defining a new language when you see how it's panning and tilting, and you can go off axis to an extent that was not there before. This is fantastic. And what you see here is now that we are starting to motorize it, even more, so that ideally, with the cameraman or camera on the shoulder and the operator next to him, you have the freedom of nearly going by 5 axes in synchronizing movement of the actors, movement of the camera, and movement of the sharpness, the sharpness, the defined sharpness, area of sharpness, and the focus. It's as I said, it's giving you a new language of cinematography. That's what it is.
I love this about you, Gerhard. There's never a dull moment, is there?
Yes. Hey, thanks to Sergio, who is with us. He is the inventor of the system. He made the system work, and it's so great to work with him together and getting the idea. I remember when we checked the system out in Munich and we tried different lenses. So there's a lot of creativity, just simply undefined yet. So I can just invite everybody to come out and find out what else we can do with this system. Yeah. So this is haven't we had great fun? We had great fun, right?
Yes, I am the big fan of this system because it's like my son. So I think about to use always like this. In fact, I am DOP, so I use it even in my shootings, because when I start to think to use, I say yes. We need to move the lens like a traditional photo cameras, big format cameras, because we need to change the plane of focus and to work like more like a traditional photographers.
Yeah, welcome in our HDR workshop area, which we created for this event. And the idea was, we had been dancing around since quite a while. The idea was, what is HDR about? What is the difference to SDR? How do you do it on set? And we got some questions really from users on set. Yeah? So we figured, okay, probably we go into this direction and look into what's the problem on set, how you can solve it, and probably take resistance a little bit away to use HDR and what you can do and what does it do you good for your images. So we thought about it and we said, okay, Euro Cine Expo is a good place to show you this in a workshop. So we created that area here with the bar behind us, that we use for demonstrating, and we have a nice setup here with different cameras and lenses on it. And I would pass you now to my colleague who is doing the workshop, to Christian. He can tell a little bit more about it. So here we are.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
So what's going on?
What's going on? We decided to bring HDR a little bit more into directly to the people, and especially HDR on set. What is a topic since years, actually. But we didn't want to do this only on a technical perspective. We want to do this a little bit more emotionally, and that's why we asked our people who come here and get in touch with the differences between HDR and SDR. We have a set which is actually lit in 12 stops,
right?
And we built a few mistakes into that.
Okay,
So flashing highlights, like the model with frizzy hair and a little bit wrong makeup in a sparkling costume.
Yeah.
And this is affecting so much SDR and HDR. There are so many differences you can see there. Therefore, we put here this monitor on a two-side way. So we have on the one side the SDR image,
right? Yes.
Where you can see everything what is happening, and even the colors are not that bright. Or the HDR version of that, where you see it's much richer and more colorful, a higher dynamic range, and so on. Yeah, we have this with the on-set version on a stand, and we also have it with a monitor card, what you can use in your in your DIT village, director's village, or so. Yeah.
Have you found people have really got their head around HDR? Are you having to dispel some misconceptions about it some of the time?
There are actually the feeling what I get that so many people are a little bit afraid of HDR.
Yeah.
So also price-wise, because you have to have an HD monitor, but they are not. When you want to have a good monitor on set, it's not that normal SDR monitors are cheap. When you have a good monitor, it's just the decision what you want to spend your money on, actually. So, so from a price-wise perspective, it's not the topic. It's more, that's why we thought of this emotional getting to it, because there are so many, thoughts around in this industry. What is HDR actually? And from the German, I don't know the word for that, like ZDF.
So
The German television actually is also sometimes presenting HDR wrong.
Ah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we addressed that.
Yeah. Well, again, like, you know, with Gerhard involved, it's, you know, you're going to get into that. What's the emotion I can get across with this? How is it a storytelling tool, isn't it? You know, that's the important thing, isn't it?
It is.
You know?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is. At the end of the day, it is.
Yeah.
When I saw it was an Italian series. When I saw the first HDR production by myself, it was a couple of years ago in Rome, and I looked at the images and said, "Guys, this is such a big difference. Let's use it. It's a total new way of how we see things." So it's so different. So I was totally. I'm still got goosebumps when I'm talking about it. It was fantastic. Yeah. It was a production in Italy, in Rome. The DOP was Luca Bigazzi, and he said, "Yeah, I do it." And I said, "Yeah, you see these images? You look at it. You say, wow, it's so amazing." And now it's years. Literally, it's years later. But now we thought it's here. Yeah. Christian came back with a real issue from a episode he shot on the mountains, and he said, "Hey, let's do it. Let's bring this expertise to the people." Yeah, and this is how we created that workshop here.
So have you seen people's eyes open a little bit? Now you can actually show them what doing it correctly.
Yes,
what it is.
yes, and people are willing to do this on set. And the question was always, but my producer said it's too expensive, and so it is not. We just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic. And it, you know, again, as you say, it's getting to the heart of, as soon as you give them a creative reason for it to work, then people will adopt it.
People will adopt it. People will try it. People will find out it's good. People will do it.
Yeah.
And so that's all what it is about. And we try to show this to the people here and in this area. And I think we had 4 slots, right?
4 slots.
For the
2 are
workshop,
done.
and they're all fully booked, which I think is amazing. And we pulled the right trigger. So
Yeah.
I think we had the right theme. And there is something else to show you.
Yes.
Let's go over there.
Grab the microphone back off, Chris. So, okay, 2-foot slider. What's special about this?
Okay, I'm going to show you what's special on this. Okay, when you look at this now, it's a 2-foot slider. Okay, wonderful 2-foot slider, as we know. All right. It's still a 2-foot slider. Okay.
Yeah.
But now it's a 4-foot slider. So, and if you ask me what is so special on this, this is what is so special on this.
Yeah.
Speaks for itself.
So, oh right, yes, yeah. And straight away people will get that because it's compact, straightforward.
It is compact as a 2-foot slider.
And quick to set up.
But it gives you a 4-foot slider in the same way that compact. So this is fantastic, and it's brand new.
Yeah.
And I think it's the first time we show it in Europe, right?
Oh right.
Yeah. It's first time you see it in Europe. Yeah. So
brilliant.
Come to Munich,
Yes.
Euro Cine Expo. You see some exciting news.
I always know as soon as I see you, there's going to be it's like Christmas.
Come on, but I show you something else.
Okay.
Okay. When I said let's go into the dark room, we are in the dark room.
Yeah.
This is one of the fastest dark rooms you can build. Yeah. It's called Slop Daddy, and we are in here. This is also a brand new tool. First time we show it here in Europe. And what's so exciting about it? So if you need somewhere outside, if you need a dark room, for your monitoring and being pretty quick, this is extremely quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you like, we can show you how quick it is.
So, well, So have we literally got one point of suspension above this to hold the whole thing up, or how we've got this it's off this?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Basically, it's just a floppy, but
Yeah.
you can pull this tent over it. It's just a sleeve.
Ah, right. See, yes.
And on every side you have like this net
Yep.
that you can half transparent look through
Yeah.
that, or you can just darken it with
pull that down,
with the
yeah.
lid, like
Yeah.
like on these sides, for example.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty handy. You don't need build up a tent
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. It's good from inside, yeah. Like this, for example.
Yeah, and like you say, it's
gives-
speed and ease of use is so important.
Exactly. Yeah, and you don't need a big tripod for that. Just a C stand
Yeah, I was going to say just
and
literally just
and a
that.
floppy, and that's it.
Yeah, I quite like it in here.
Yeah.
It's a nice way of getting out.
And it's cozy in here as
Yeah.
well.
So we've come out of the dark. I quite liked it there, to be honest. Into the harsh light of day. Something else new.
Yes, something else new that we also put out of the tent, out of the dark, and it's
Yeah.
here. It's Smart Assist from Ovide and the new monitor, the Coco monitor, that we want to introduce here. And both these products we have new in the Band Pro portfolio. And to explain what it does and what it does do in a little bit more detail, I hand you over to the genius behind the system, to Flappy. I hand the microphone over. Okay, Flappy, hey, nice to have you here.
Hi.
Hi.
So,
Let
what are
me
we looking
explain in a super faster way. It's a standalone all-in-one.
Yep.
Inside we have the last Apple computer generation, okay, together with the audio interface, video from 2 inputs up to 8 outputs, from 6 outputs to 24 outputs,
Right.
okay, with all the displays for labels. Thanks to this, people can wield in the video village in super faster way. It's all in one, as you can appreciate, battery,
Yep.
aux out, computer connectivity plus audio interface in and out, and all for Qt with absolutely solid screen, and plus, of course, all the video assets need on set. Also, let me introduce Coco. Coco is our new baby. We focus also in video assets and the AT market, but the most important thing for us is super faster unit. Let me show you in super faster way. Sub down. Usually people, the most important priority in video assets is super faster. Immediately after shooting, director need to see the last clip, okay? First of all, power on, in just only 1 second, ready to recording. Now we can record up to 4 cameras at the same time with a perfect synchronization, or we can eliminate one by one all the settings directly from Coco, or in the same way, playback, okay? In addition, we have a lot of tools for the ITs like Zebra, Focus, for example, waveform, histogram, vector scope, false color, wherever. That's all in a super simple and professional chassis aluminum with 12G SDI connectors plus USB and LAN. That's all. Very simple user interface and super faster unit.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, and that ease of use. I mean,
Yes,
the interface is the most important thing.
Of course, our intention is like a mobile phone. You can buy super expensive mobile phone, but never you see the owner's manual, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's our intention.
Yeah.
The same philosophy. Super simple and practical
Yeah.
user interface. Okay?
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Flappy. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do I have more exciting news? We are here tomorrow again.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. That was a quick Band Pro tour.
Yeah.
Don't ask me for the extended version.
No. Appreciate your time, Gerhard. I mean, it's great to see you again. Some, true innovation. But what always strikes me is that heart of everything you do. It's about that storytelling, isn't it? It's about the emotion. You always draw it back to that, and then it makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean, look. At the end of the day, we make and sell just tools that may help the people on set, free them, make them more creative, get feedback to us, what can we do better. So at the end of the day, we do tools that makes life easier. Yeah. And I am absolutely excited all the time when I see images in the cinema, and knowing that we are a little bit guilty that I can see this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is kind of a passion.
Yeah.
And Band Pro stands for that passion, and with the product range, with the new products like we have seen it, Smart Assist, Coco from Ovide, the slider thing, makes life easier. So hey, the freelancing system, the Ingenue Primes with the IOP system that you can free your creativity and say, okay,
you
I
do
want
that
this.
on set as well. Yeah.
You can. You can. It's
Awesome.
This is what it is. So
Thank you for spending the time to talk to us. Give
welcome.
us such an extensive tour.
well, thank you for having me. So, and
I'll see you soon with your other hat.
absolutely. Come and see me there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.